Five-time NBA All-Star turned NASCAR team owner Brad Daugherty, co-owner of JTG Daugherty Racing, with us on SportsCenter. Brad, what was your reaction to NASCAR's decision to ban the Confederate flag from all future races?
You know, Tony, it caught me totally off guard. In 2015, we had the conversation about banning the Confederate flag from all racing events and all properties, and NASCAR made an effort to do a flag exchange, and it just didn't go very well. It was overwhelming, the amount of flags at some racetracks, so the program didn't work, and it just kind of fell on deaf ears after a while. But when I got the call this week about this being put in place and it's going to be a permanent type structure, I was absolutely blown away. I didn't know what to say. And for me, it's a defining moment. It's a historical moment. It's a prideful moment. I'm so excited about what's going forward with NASCAR, taking this stand. I think we're going to be in a better place in the next decade because of this. I think there's new fans that will take a look at our sport and come to learn and understand and love. I mean, who doesn't love race cars going 200 miles an hour, 6 to 8 inches apart? I mean, come on. So it's exciting. I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity to be a part of NASCAR at this point in time. I'm very, very proud.
Now, Brad, you had the opportunity to speak with NASCAR President Steve Phelps. From your conversation with him, what gives you the confidence that this policy will be strictly enforced?
Yeah, I've known Steve Phelps for a long time, almost 20, 25 years. And the one thing about Steve Phelps is he's very calculated, and he doesn't say anything that he doesn't mean. And, Tony, our world is changing. Over the past 2-3 weeks, our world has changed. And for NASCAR to take advantage of this opportunity, because that's what it is. It's a choice and an opportunity to do the right thing and to do better. And with NASCAR taking such a visible stand to do so, they're alienating a part of their fan base. And this is something that's going on in this sport for well over 50 years. So it's a huge step, and it's one you can't go back on. So he's put his neck on the line. He's put the sport's neck on the line. I'm proud of him. I support him. And I think better days are ahead for NASCAR.
Indeed, we'll see what happens at Talladega, where 5,000 fans are expected to be watching from the grandstands. That is a week from tomorrow. Brad, before we let you go, we wanted to get your take on the NBA and their current plans for return to action. Okay, so the ongoing fight against racial injustice has made some players see the return to play a bit differently. It's being reported that Kyrie Irving made a plea to other players on a phone call last night about sitting out the season, which is set to resume next month in Orlando. Now, one highly respected NBA player told our senior insider agent Wojnarowski, quote, "Once we start playing basketball again, the news will turn from systemic racism to who did what in the game last night. It's a crucial time for us to be able to play and blend that and impact what's happening in our communities." Brad, what advice would you give to current NBA players who are deciding whether or not to return this season?
You know, Tony, I love the fact that Kyrie Irving has the platform and the opportunity to speak his mind and say his piece. That's what makes America great for all of us. But I would say, I do believe we've got to start pushing towards somewhat of a normal, everyday opportunity. And sports gives us that. When we can all get back to cheering for our sports teams and cheering for, the guys, our heroes who play the game, I think it changes the conversation, just like the one veteran said. So I think it's very, very important. We've got to move past all of the political talk in our world, left versus right, good versus bad. We need to focus on some things that are going to take our minds away and let us just fantasize about sport, fantasize about some things other than the troubles we're dealing with, but also utilize those platforms to do the right thing. So I think it's time. The NBA has got some very, very smart people looking at the process and putting these games back into action down in Orlando. So I think it'll be very safe. I think it'll be very accomplished. And I think it'll also be a great time for everyone to get away from thinking about all of the troubles that are going on in our world and have something to just kind of veg out on and watch a little bit and look at the game of basketball and see LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and all these great players go out and do their thing and just escape for a few hours.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.